Thousands in the Detroit area fight desperately to save their jobs. The story at 11.
ABC. Sunday. Movie. The ABC Sunday Night Movie. Tonight, an impossible dream. A crazy junk man.
A harmless little business venture.
An ex-astronaut with something to prove.
I can do it, but it's up to you.
An explosive fuel expert with more than just a reputation on the line.
Go for it.
And a junkyard rocket aimed at the moon.
I mean, is it legal?
I don't know.
Andy Griffith, Joel Higgins, and Trish Stewart in the hit movie that put him in orbit. Salvage.
All set for school? Bobby gets great dental checkups.
Wish my Betsy did.
She should use AIM.
That blue gel that tastes good?
Oh, AIM is a lot more than good taste. AIM has fluoride. No toothpaste fights cavities better than AIM.
Really?
AIM is clinically proven to reduce cavities. That taste helps. Bobby may be brushing longer.
You've seen his great checkups.
Well, I'm putting AIM head of the class at our house.
Take AIM against cavities. AIM is accepted by the American Dental Association.
If you're looking for great mileage in a classy full-size car, then you're ready for Pontiac's classy Catalina. No full-size car sold in this country gets a better EPA estimate for gas mileage. A mileage estimate that's 38% better than the 1976 Catalina, plus more overall passenger and luggage volume. That's more Pontiac in one very classy Catalina. See your Pontiac dealer. He'll show you how to get MPG. More Pontiac to the gallon. This one's mine.
Want something good?
What?
Lipton iced tea.
Lipton's got the goods. Lipton's got the goods. There's goodness in Lipton iced tea.
Lipton instant tea is full of natural goodness, 100% tea.
And Lipton iced tea makes a natural lemon flavor.
Lipton's got the goods. Lipton's got the goods. There's goodness in Lipton iced tea.
Goodness.
More super values from Sears.
Great values on these Sears paints.
Because they're one coat.
Beautiful.
And on sale.
You save $3.
Latex fashion flat.
And ceiling paint, each now just $7.99.
Washable latex fashion semi-gloss, just $8.99.
And acrylic latex house paint, only $7.99.
Get super values on these
paints
at Sears. Sears, 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 where America shops.
This ain't no amusement, right?
Get your pants on, Marv. I'm coming in. Well, engine's a little rocky. Flopping the aileron. 18,000.
25.
It's not like I'm buying it for myself. I gotta pedal the thing.
25,000. Take it or leave it.
18,000. Cash. You think it's easy selling a 60-year-old airplane? This is 546-2114 Los Angeles Registry. I'd like 555-2623.
Hello?
Mr. Bryan. Harry Broderick, Jettison Salvage. I've located that Newport you wanted for your restaurant.
How much?
Well, there's no engine, so it'll only cost you $20,000.
Is it a genuine World War I fighter?
Absolutely. Even got a bullet hole in the seat.
Has it got a propeller?
You bet.
Antique aircraft.
Hey, Jerry, guess what? I got your Newport engine.
Yeah, what kind of shape's it in?
Not bad, not bad. I test blew the plane it came from. Cylinders probably need a decarb, but she handled a hammerhead.
Okay, how about 10,000?
Not this time, Jer. I gotta get 12.
Ah, come on, Harry. I know there's inflation, but...
12,000, Jer. It's terrific merchandise.
What about the prop?
Termite holes.
All right, forget the prop. I'll send a truck for the engine.
Hey!
Welcome back, Harry.
Thanks.
Got your postcard.
Did ya?
Yeah.
Good. Here, make out some invoices, okay?
How'd you do in Saudi Arabia?
Oh, I bought some old derricks and sold them to Israel.
You sold Arab oil rigs to the Israelis?
Uh-huh.
It's not easy, Harry.
Yeah. Be sure and make out those invoices.
Good grief. $14,000 profit between here and the airport. Harry, what's cooking?
Let me see.
The last 3 months, you've been very compulsive. You've been traipsing around all over the world, making these outrageous salvage deals. Do you have any idea how much money you've accumulated in the bank?
Any messages?
You know some chickie boom named Gazelle Fellman. Called 5 times last week. Sounds all of 16. You going for that young stuff now, Harry?
Did North American call?
Yep. Got some Maginas for you.
Good, 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 good.
You gonna sell rocket engines, Harry?
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna tell me what's going on?
Are you gonna make out those invoices?
The production of rocket fuel has been one of the largest sub-industries in the manned spaceflight program. The government has estimated that the cost of fuel alone has already exceeded $27 million. Certainly a major factor contributing to the waste in space.
Harry, right, you okay?
But by far the greatest expenditure has been for hardware. Over $10 billion has been spent for equipment to carry man to the planets. Some of the gear is now rusting in aerospace surplus yards all over the country. The bulk of the space equipment, however, has simply been either in space or on the lunar surface.
Wait a minute.
At Serenity Base, in the lunar highlands, NASA estimates the value of the abandoned gear at from $10 to $14 million. The lunar rover alone is valued in excess of $1.2 million. The now dormant nuclear weather station is worth in excess of $800,000. Another $8 million in equipment still...
What do you think?
About what?
You guys spent over 10 years with the space program. You help put that stuff up there. Ever think about bringing it back?
Oh, yeah, sure, Harry. With ingenuity and a little imagination, a man can do anything.
Especially a man with $5 billion in his pocket.
Or a used spaceship.
Jettison Salvage.
Harry,
Oh, hi, Gazelle. Listen, I can't talk to you right now.
I've been calling and calling and calling.
I'm sorry, Gazelle. My ex-wife won't let me see you anymore. Try to understand.
How you doing?
Pretty good, Lorraine.
He's in early.
I don't think he went home last night.
Oh?
Nope.
You guys got any idea what's going on?
You know, I've got this strange feeling.
I think it's time for a summit meeting.
Right.
What is this, commando raid?
We want to know what's cooking, Harry.
I think I'm kidding.
Try me.
I want to build a spaceship, go to the moon, salvage all the junk that's up there, bring it back, sell it.
You're kidding.
See?
I don't think he's kidding.
All right, he's not kidding. He's crazy.
It's not like no one's been to the moon before.
Harry, that was the whole U.S. government.
So?
But you can't afford a moonshot.
Sure I can. There's tons of space surplus all over the country. I can buy it cheap. I could put together a spaceship for next to nothing. Tell her what that stuff's worth up there.
Well, I do know that the lunar rover's worth over $1 million.
That's just for openers.
And of course, you're going to fly the ship yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna fly. I won't fly by myself, but yeah, I'll fly.
Aren't you a little bit over the hill for this kind of nonsense?
Lorraine, it's a salvage job. It's what I do.
I've got it. It's the big score, isn't it? The one that's going to set the whole industry on its ear, right? And you would risk your life for an ego trip.
Come on, Lorraine.
Oh, hey, all right, I keep forgetting. I'm not your wife anymore. You are crazy. You always have been. You still are. You do whatever you want. And I hope you freeze your tail off up there.
You always know where you stand with that woman.
Harry, you really serious about this moon thing?
Yes. There's a lot of good stuff up there. If we don't get it, somebody else will. It's possible, and you both know it. Can I count on you?
Look, Harry, you know what happened when the space program folded. You know how guys like us, guys with advanced degrees, wound up pumping gas for peanuts just to keep their families alive. Now, Harry, I know this embarrasses you, but I want to say it. Me and Mac and the others, we got decent jobs for decent money.
You could have hired high school dropouts to do the work for half the pay.
Maybe I always had this idea in the back of my mind.
Well, it's about time you start collecting on your investment.
Right. Good.
The translinear vector principle by Addison Carmichael.
Skip Carmichael, the ex-astronaut. We know him at Houston. The guy's a genius, but a real daredevil type.
Yeah, well, this principle of his work?
In theory, yeah, but no one's ever tried it. The guy was always coming up with crazy stuff like that.
Sure like to get him in on this. You guys have your specialties. Maybe this scheme of his could pull the whole thing together.
Hey, I think he'd go for it.
Skip, sure, he'd go for it.
Hey, he was an astronaut for 5 years, just warming the bench. Yeah, terrific flyer.
The best.
Yeah, but NASA never let him get off the ground. They thought he was brilliant, but too much of a maverick.
He's crazy.
He's just nuts.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sounds like my kind of guy. Where can I find him? Skip Carmichael?
Yeah, that's me.
Addison Carmichael.
Skip. We'll be fine.
Skip. Harry Broderick.
Hello, Harry. What can I show you?
I'm not looking for a car.
Well, what can I do for you?
You can help me get to the moon.
Sure. When do we leave?
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, well, look, Harry, I'm a little short of investment funds, and I'd really prefer you didn't use my name on your letterhead. Okay?
Want to talk about the translinear vector principle?
Where'd you hear about that?
I read your book.
Okay, Harry. What's your game?
I'm in the scrap business, and I want to salvage the moon.
Just like that?
Just like that.
You know, you don't look like a nut.
Let's quit waltzing around. I'm offering you a job that pays double whatever you make here. I'm also offering you a chance you never got. A shot at the moon. Is that worth a little conversation?
See, Harry, it wasn't that my idea was that radical. It's just that it didn't conform with NASA's safety policy. Hey, even our backup systems had to have backups. We couldn't budge an inch without at least 100% safety factor. I ask you, what's wrong with 90 or even 85?
It's better odds than you get on the freeway.
Exactly. And then on top of that, NASA realized the dynamics of constant acceleration required only a single stage with no mid-flight orbiting, no re-entry friction, or... Am I losing you, Harry?
Well, see, I said I read your book. I didn't say I understood it.
Well, come on, I'll show you. First, I'll show you how NASA goes to the moon. Just pretend we're going straight up. Okay, now we're in space. Now, we just used up fuel to get away from the pull of the Earth. So we're gonna coast to the moon. Now we're slowing down to land on the moon, using up still more fuel. We just fired our retros. You know, those forward-pointing rockets that work like a set of brakes. Now we're heading home. Yeah. We're almost out of gas, so we coast.
Yeah.
Hang on!
What the hell was that?
That was us hitting the Earth's atmosphere. Look at the wheels. Re-entry friction can fry a man, Harry. It's always been one of NASA's biggest problems. You see, there's just not enough fuel left to use the retro rockets to slow us down. And that entire round trip took NASA over 6 days. Now I'm going to show you how we're going to go to the moon. No one's ever done it like this before. It's only going to take us 1/3 the time. Stand by for the translinear vector principle.
You're kidding. We'll never get anywhere at this pace.
Sure we will. Remember, we're under constant acceleration. It's slow, but it's constant.
We're only doing 5 miles an hour.
Right now we are. And it's going to take us another whole minute just to get up to 40. But at the end of 30 minutes, we're going to be going 900 miles an hour. And if we keep accelerating at the same pokey rate, in 12 hours, we'll be halfway to the moon. There's nothing magical about it, Harry. It's just one of your basic laws of physics. Now, at the midpoint, we'll start slowing down so we don't smack into the moon like some runaway missile. Now we're on the moon, stuffing our cargo hold with $1 billion worth of prime salvage. Okay, now we're heading home using the same technique. And by the time we hit the Earth's atmosphere, we'll be going a nice, slow rate of speed with no worry about re-entry heating.
I see.
And the entire trip took us only 2 days. That, sir, is the translinear vector principle.
Well, what is it about your principle that NASA found so dangerous?
The fuel.
Fuel.
See, NASA will only use the stuff that's 100% safe, but it has no real guts to it. So in order to use my technique, they'd have to have a fuel tank the size of the World Trade Center.
I see.
They'd never get off the ground.
Ah. But we'll be using a very powerful fuel, one that's a little bit dangerous, right?
You got it.
Where do we get this super fuel?
It doesn't exist.
doesn't exist, why you been horsing me around?
Now relax, Harry, relax. It doesn't exist yet. It will, after we get Mel Slozar.
What's the Mel Slozar?
Good, Mel. Next setup over here.
That's our fuel expert?
Trust me, Harry. Mel's the only one that can get this thing off the ground. I worked with her before. Hi, you Mel?
Yeah.
I'm Biff Kelly. Hi.
Hi, Biff.
Hi.
I've got to get with your stunt double.
Oh, no, you don't. Oh, I guess nobody told you. You see, I always do my own stunts. My audience demands it.
Okay. Let's talk about your action, then.
I got me this penthouse down in the marina, and I got 4-channel stereo and some real fine wine.
Come on, Biff. I've only got a few minutes to gaff this stunt.
Nothing to it, sweet face. I know my action. I just come dashing down that path there, dodging machine gun fire all the while. Then I leap into here. Then I take a 3 count. Then you set off that charge of yours. Then I tumble out. Then I do a really neat tuck and roll. And then I just zigzag run on from there. Simple, nothing to it. Just try not to hurt me.
Okay.
Okay.
Your bullet hits are well marked, so you're safe within 3 inches of them. Then when you land in the foxhole, make sure that you're standing right on this box. There's a plunger underneath.
Yes, ma'am.
After the 3 count, then you're going to be catapulted about 4 feet at a 30-degree angle.
About 4 feet at a 4 feet? How much powder are you using, Doc?
4 ounces.
Oh, no, I want this to be a big, spectacular explosion for this scene. My audience expects it. Double the charge.
No way. 8 ounces can break your ankles.
Not my ankles. I have very strong ankles. Just feel those ankles. Well, go on and touch them.
Look, I don't want you to get hurt.
I will take full responsibility, doll. Double the charge. See ya.
Over here on David Lake. Camera number 3.
Hey, director, come on, let's go. I'm ready for a take.
Right, okay, Biff.
Okay, this will be picture.
Roll 'em. Action!
One, 2, 3, blast! Blast! Don't blow it, you dumb broad!
All extras report to stage 16.
Egotistical, self-centered jerk. You're probably going to have me blackballed just out of spite. And do you have any idea how difficult it is for a woman to get a decent job in this town?
I already told you you've got a job.
That's crazy.
You don't have to believe in the project, just make the fuel.
That is, of course, if you think you can.
Don't play games with me, Carmichael. You know I can do it.
Right. Tell Harry about monohydrazine.
What's that?
Why do I keep getting involved with guys that want to kill themselves?
She's in.
Welcome aboard, Mel. See you back at the junkyard.
I ought to have my head examined.
Your car or mine?
Mine. Okay, why'd you pick me for this?
You're the only one that can make the fuel.
Is that the only reason?
Well.
Look, I don't get involved with the guys that I work with anymore.
Oh, no, I know that, yeah.
bet I know why you're doing this.
Same reason as you. A few bucks a week, cut of the salvage.
Oh, who do you think you're kidding? You finally found someone to listen to that off-the-wall scheme of yours, didn't you?
I never could fool you, could I? Yeah.
Well, then don't expect me to actually believe that you're going to the moon. Look, I'll do your fuel for you. You happen to catch me at the right time. Might even be fun.
You bet it'll be fun. It'll be terrific. You and me together again. Just like at NASA?
Not quite like at NASA. I mean, they take what they're doing seriously.
I know it's hard to take this seriously, but by using the principle of translinear acceleration, by the end of phase 2, we're going to be going at a velocity of about 86,000 miles an hour. Now, phase 3 occurs at the midpoint. We fire the retro rockets and begin to decelerate at the same rate. Then we do a 180 rotation and land face down on the moon.
Load up with salvage, repeat the process coming home.
It's clean, it's simple. No orbits, no escape velocity, no re-entry heating, and because we're traveling under a constant rate of acceleration, there's not even any weightlessness.
All right, what size ship are we talking about?
The size of the ship is pretty much determined by the amount of fuel it takes to get to the moon, bring back a decent-sized payload. According to Mel, we can do it in less than 1,000 gallons.
1,000 gallons? It took NASA over 100,000.
We won't be using standard fuel. Mel?
We're going to use monohydrazine.
Monohydrazine? That's not rocket fuel. That's high explosive.
Yes, I know, but I'm going to make it into rocket fuel.
Oh, good Lord.
But monohydrazine? Man, you just breathe on that stuff and it blows up in your face. It's even unstable at room temperature.
Yes, I know the properties, but if we all just cooperate with the safety procedures, then there won't be any problems around here. I haven't figured out what's going to happen up there yet, but I will.
So to answer your question, the ship will only need to be about 30 feet high and about 10 feet in diameter.
Well, we're not leaving ourselves much room for the salvage.
There'll be plenty of room. We'll be using the fuel tank for cargo.
You see, as the fuel is consumed, this diaphragm right here moves up and creates a large cargo hold right in the tail of the ship.
By the time we get to the moon, we will have used up half our fuel. That should leave us about 1,000 cubic feet for storage.
Hey, I know where we can get surplus rockets and retros and then most of the stuff we need. But Harry, where are we going to get a flight capsule?
We've got one.
We do?
Right there.
A cement mixer? Far out, Harry. Far out, Harry.
So once we get this turkey together, where do we launch it?
Right here.
Harry, you gonna launch a spaceship from the junkyard?
Lorene, Mel says this fuel has very little heat or flame. There's no need for an isolated launch site.
Well, it looks like the fuel is the key to the whole operation.
It is. That's what makes Mel the star of this show. So anything you fellas can do to help.
Harry, I hate to be a wet blanket, but going to the moon? I mean, is it legal?
I don't know. I'm not going to start asking questions. This whole thing has got to be top secret. If the authorities get wind of what we're doing, we've had it. Now, there's a chance we can all get busted. So if anybody is the least bit nervous, I guess you're all in. Lorene.
You're crazy, Harry. And you're crazy, and you're crazy, you're all crazy. But since I just work here, I guess I'm in.
Oh, stop that.
All right, starting right now, you've all got a 20% raise, plus a share of the salary.
Hey!
There's one of our tickets to the moon.
Son of a gun. You're really gonna do it?
You bet we are.
I guess we are.
Holiday Inn hotels are #1 in the world with the best standards.
Everything all right, sir?
Everything's just fine.
People-pleasing standards to help make your trip successful.
Wherever you go in this whole big traveling world.
We want to make you comfortable.
Holiday Inn is #1 in people pleasing.
Hit the winning shot, give it all I've got. Now it's all behind. Got blue ribbon on my mind. I've got Pabst Blue Ribbon on my mind.
There are a lot of beers, but there's only one Pabst. It's brewed to be the best, naturally, with no artificial ingredients, and you can taste it.
I've got Pabst Blue Ribbon on my mind.
We're coming in for pizza. We're coming in for good. We're coming in to Pizza Hut. We're coming in for good.
At Pizza Hut, you can order your favorite pizza super style. That's extra cheese, extra toppings, extra good.
We're coming in to Pizza Hut. We're coming in for good.
Right Guard knows that in equally active situations, men and women don't perspire equally. Men perspire more. That's why men count on Right Guard. Right Guard is so strong, so effective, it helps stop a man's wetness and odor all day long. Yes, men and women don't perspire equally. Men do perspire more. And that's why men count on Right Guard. Right Guard, because men and women aren't always equal.
Take it easy, but bring it straight down. You're right over it. Come on. Take it easy now. Make it fit. Bring it down gently now. Gently. It'll take a long time. It'll fit right in. Just drop it in gentle now. Okay, that's beautiful.
Name's Melanie Slozar. How do you want to handle it?
I'll take care of it, thank you.
How far? 4. I'll be up 5 by the end of the week.
5 miles?
You want to fly, don't you?
5 miles.
Harry? How do you like it?
That's supposed to look like a vulture?
What else?
Snappy-looking vulture, huh?
How'd you do it, Douglas?
We got the retro.
Hey, I got the retro!
Right now, I've got it stabilized to 112 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, that's good, huh?
Not really. We can expect outside temperatures of up to 300 degrees between here and the moon.
Yeah, but don't worry. Fred's doing a great job in that cooling system. That fuel tank's going to be one giant refrigerator.
You still think you can do it with only 1,000 gallons?
You'll only need 800.
800? You're kidding.
Harry, let me show you something. Now, would you take the base off that, please?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's 10 pounds of dead weight. Would you hold that up, please? Skip, let's turn that so that I can get some play with the water. It's fine. Base back on there. Good. Now, excuse me. Over here. Now, that was just one drop of monohydrazine.
All right, you got it, you got it.
Not quite. Let me show you the flip side.
Now, this engine block weighs over 500 pounds. I put the same amount of monohydrazine under the thing as we used in the model. Just one drop. Watch what happens when the stuff overheats.
Okay.
Blew right up, didn't it?
That's known as temperature instability.
Another month and I'll have it stabilized to 150 degrees. That should give us enough of a safety factor.
Good.
But there is one more problem.
What?
At a few degrees below the exploding point, that fuel produces toxic fumes. Just one whiff, you could be dead.
So we hold our breath. Hey, kid. How's it going?
I've got to increase the vapor pressure of the coolant by at least 80 dynes.
You know, if I didn't know better, I'd say you were really getting into this off-the-wall project.
Skip, I always knew your idea would work. I just didn't think anyone was crazy enough to try it, that's all.
You always knew I was.
I knew a lot of things about you. I knew that you could have been one of the top men at NASA if you'd just been willing to bend a little bit.
Well, how about you?
How about me what?
Bending, just a little bit.
Oh, now, Skip, cut that out.
Oh, cut what out, Skip?
Now, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, now,
You
Melvin.
wouldn't think of anything else. I hate that. You know it. Leave me alone.
Melanie Slozar?
Yes?
Jack Klinger, FBI, Miss Slozar. Is there someplace we could talk?
Harry, you better get in the office quick. Fast!
Mr. Carmichael, we're wasting time. I want to talk to Miss Slozar in private. It doesn't concern you at all. Now, look.
What's going on?
Jack Klinger, FBI, sir.
Oh, Harry Brock. These folks work for me, Jack. May I call you Jack?
Just want to talk to Miss Slozar in private, that's all.
Fire away.
Gentlemen, the only purpose of the privacy is to spare Miss Slozar there any embarrassment, huh? Now, come on, we don't want to make a federal case out of this, do we?
Federal case? That's funny, Jack.
Mr. Klinger, I have no objections to being questioned right here.
Oh, fine. Fine. Our records show, Miss Slozar, that you have recently purchased an unusually large assortment of high explosives. 12 cases of dynamite, 18 cases of TNT, 600 yards of primacord, and 400 pounds of black powder.
That was the plot to blow up Brooklyn.
Pardon?
It was a movie that I worked on, a title called The Plot to Blow Up Brooklyn. It was a movie.
Yeah, it would call that.
Sorry. May I see your explosive license, please? Thank you.
Jack, I bet you thought she was some sort of anarchist.
Just routine, Mr. Broderick. We're investigating some recent terrorist bombings.
Oh, sure. She's just a kid. She scares easily.
Some sort of missile?
Where? Oh, that does look like a missile, doesn't it? Actually, that's a spaceship.
A spaceship?
Uh-huh. Yeah, we picked it up at auction. It's one of those NASA experimental models, never got off the ground. We bought it for scrap. There's a lot of good copper and aluminum in there.
Yeah.
Sure was nice to meet you, Jack.
Yeah, nice seeing you, Jack.
Bye.
Come back anytime.
Think he suspects anything?
Probably. If we really hump, how soon can we be ready to test?
3 weeks.
Mel?
Yes.
Well, Harry, now you know what they mean by the space race.
Cute.
One highly unorthodox businessman, one demolition specialist, and one down on his luck space expert. What are the three of them doing in some remote junkyard with a 30-foot missile and 800 gallons of high explosive,
Well, you know what I was thinking, Jack?
I don't want to talk theory or supposition. Let's talk evidence. Let us put the place on daylight surveillance. Let's get photos of everyone in and out, plus deliveries. I want to know what's going in. I want to know what's coming out. Whatever they're up to, we're going to find out.
It's the end of bitter coffee. End of bitter coffee, bye-bye. Sunrise is here.
Sunrise instant coffee mellowed with chicory. Tastes better natured, not bitter, because Nestle discovered how to use this.
Chicory, to bring out coffee's better nature, but leave the bitter taste behind.
It's not bitter.
The end of bitter coffee, bye-bye. Sunrise is here.
Wilbur and Orville Wright, you've discovered the airplane!
Oh, something really down to earth.
Look, Carefree sugarless gum here. Smaller sticks of Trident here. Both cost the same, yet Carefree gives you 32% more gum by weight than Trident.
And Carefree tastes delicious.
Right on. But will this plane really fly?
Of course. Two rights don't make it wrong.
Get great taste with Carefree.
Discover bubblegum, too.
Carefree sugarless gum.
Wednesday on 8 is Enough.
Oh, now don't tell me that the health food restaurant has gone topless.
Just how far will Nancy go to keep her job? Then on Charlie's Angels, Farrah Fawcett Majors is back in action, lending a helping hand to her little sister.
She'll teach you about life.
And on Vegas, a hired gun rolls into town to shake things up for Dan Tanner. Right after 8 is Enough and Charlie's Angels.
Wednesday starting at 8, 7 Central and Mountain on ABC.
Thursday, the ABC News Magazine 2020 sets its sights on Geraldo Rivera behind the lines in an Asian guerrilla war. A look at Skylab. Where and when is it going to fall? D-Day, remembered after 25 years. Roller skating, the new fun craze. This and more on 2020 Thursday.
Skip, you're crazy. You just can't do it.
Sure I can. This stuff gives me the same information as a guidance computer.
For navigating, sure, once you're out in space, but what about liftoff? You just can't do it without a guidance computer.
I did it in training.
In what?
In a simulator.
Well, this ain't no simulator, hotshot. You try lifting off in that by the seat of your pants, and you're going to be a 10-ton fireball pinwheeling down Main
Mel,
Street.
will you stop worrying? I can do it.
Okay, why don't we just put it to a little test?
What'd you have in mind?
Now we have you wired into that harness so that you can't hurt yourself.
Ready.
Just try going straight up.
Ye of little faith.
6 feet, remember? That's what can happen on liftoff without a guidance computer.
I see. Sure, I can build one, but it'll take at least 3 months.
Sorry. Can't we find a used one somewhere?
There's no such thing, Harry.
Why?
Well, they have to be specifically designed for the ship that they're guiding. Unless you get one of those huge general-purpose computers and you program it with your guidance.
Let's do that.
You got a few $1,000,000 bucks?
We gotta steal one.
Steal? Steal like breaking and entering?
No, that's not how you steal a computer, Harry. You tap into one so nobody knows.
I can do it over the phone line.
Can you?
Sure.
Whose computer can we steal?
Fleming Aerospace down in San Diego has the most elaborate computer in the state.
Right.
Let's do it.
The phone plugs in here. And you plug this into a regular phone jack. Now, when you dial a number and the switch is off, the phone on the other end rings and you talk to people like normal. But when the switch is on, the phone on the other end doesn't ring. You only talk to a computer.
Beautiful.
How long to do the program?
Max effort?
Yeah.
4 days.
You got 3. We test on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Okay, energize the fuel transfer mode. That's good. Fuel transfer mode checked. Activate the video cameras. Fuel temperature is 78 degrees and holding.
Roger. We are activating the power acceptance mode. Give me a hack.
We monitor you drawing 280 amps, no major voltage drop, no line losses, everything checks.
Stand by to check oxygen flow.
Okay, oxygen flow.
Check.
Auxiliary power. Check.
Auxiliary coolant. Check.
Activate transfer mode.
Looking good.
Coolant transfer mode checks. Try the hydraulic actuators.
Looking very, very good.
All right, stand by to test rocket engines.
Ready for guidance.
Advance to full power.
differential. We have full power. 8 tons in front, 0 differential.
Auxiliary coolant. Shut down all engines. Don't breathe. Get out fast.
Move, Harry.
There, right there. Now that's where we started overheat. Now it must have been because we were held to the ground and confined to that tent. Won't be a problem on liftoff.
Wrong.
Why?
Fred's going to have to double the capacity of the cooling system. And I've got to increase the stable range of the fuel by another 30 degrees.
How long will that take?
Another week.
Another week?
Yeah, another week.
What about the fumes?
Mac's going to install a sniffer alarm in the flight station just in case. If it goes off, then you have about 10 seconds to get into your spacesuits.
10 seconds?
10 seconds.
I see.
It isn't a missile, then I wouldn't... Whatever it is, it's definitely hard evidence.
Yeah, hello.
Skip, is Harry there?
Sure, just a second. Harry, you got enough breath to talk?
Yeah. Yeah.
Harry, I'm sorry to bother you, but Murray Friedman just called.
Who's Murray Friedman?
You know that guy I've been dating that works down at the federal court building?
Yeah, what do you want?
Well, he just called to tell you that the FBI has been granted a search warrant for the junkyard.
Hold it, Kip, hold it. Can he stall the paperwork?
Not more than 24 hours.
Tell him thanks. Let's go.
4 days. I need at least another 4 days to make that fuel safer.
We don't have 4 days.
In 12 hours, this place is going to be swarming with feds.
Either we go at dawn or we'll never go.
Well, if you guys lift off tomorrow, you're probably going to get blown to bits.
Then we don't go, is that it?
There is another possibility, Harry. It's radical, but I could almost guarantee you a 90% safety factor.
What is it?
If someone else flew co-pilot with Skip instead of you. Someone who knew how to handle that fuel.
No.
Why not?
Because it's too dangerous.
Dangerous? All of a sudden we're talking about dangerous?
You're not qualified.
Get off it, Harry. I'm just as qualified as you are. So you flew jets in Korea. Big deal. I flew a Piper Cub in Houston. I know that ship just as well as you do. And I'm in better shape.
Boy, that's for sure.
You want to stay out of this?
All right, come on, Harry. She's right, and you know she is. If that stuff starts acting up, she's the only one that can handle it.
If we have to scrub this mission tomorrow, we're going to be throwing away a lot of hard work and money, not to mention an incredible opportunity. So we've got to go, and we've got to go tomorrow, and I've got to fly co-pilot. It's that simple.
Harry, being co-pilot is nothing. I'm going to be doing all the flying, you know that. But ground control, that's where it's at. You'd be beautiful. You could make it happen.
I know you're going to fly, Harry. This flight means a lot more to all of us than just the money. But it's your baby. So whatever you decide is right.
You've always had your doubts about this project. Right now you feel you should go. Do you really want to go?
Just as much as you.
Get some sleep. You have a long trip ahead of you.
Hey, Mom, could they eat supper with us?
Sure.
What are we having?
Liver?
Mom, can I eat at Larry's?
A government survey has shown that among preschoolers, 9 out of 10 didn't get the recommended levels of iron, and 5 out of 10 didn't get the recommended amounts of vitamins A and C. But Flintstones Plus Iron helps kids get the iron and 10 essential vitamins their growing bodies need. Flintstones, we make them for kids, because the odds are against them.
Larry's mom made liver, too.
The sun. To prevent a painful burn, get Super Shade Sun-Blocking Lotion by Coppertone. In scientific tests, Super Shade blocked burning rays better than sundown, better than pre-sun, better than eclipse. Super Shade blocked burning rays best. Other tests on these products prove that even after 10 minutes of swimming, Super Shade blocks burning rays best. Super Shade, the highest degree of sunburn protection available.
Has anything come along to equal the great value of the Mazda RX-7? Yes, the Mazda GLC hatchback. At $39.95, it's lower than Toyota, Honda, VW, or Datsun hatchbacks. It comes with power front disc brakes, a split fold-down rear seat, plus an economical yet very responsive 4-cylinder engine. The $39.95 Mazda GLC.
The more you look, the more you like.
From the Sierras to the Smokies, people are discovering what makes the great outdoors great.
Beer makes it good. There's no debate. Beer makes it good. Schlitz makes it great.
Every day, millions of times a day, America reaches for a Schlitz.
Since 1849, there's no debate. When you're out of Schlitz, you're out of beer. Schlitz makes it great.
Salvage, starring Andy Griffith, Joel Higgins, and Trish Stewart, will continue in a moment.
I'm David Hartman. Are we really out of gas? Starting tomorrow on Good Morning America.
Nobody can sing a summer song like you. Golden times and warm sunshine frame your point of view. Quarter pounder tries to go as fast as we can. You're the reason we do it. No, nobody can do it like McDonald's can.
Announcing Cedar Point's Frontier Days, June 2nd through the 10th. During these special days, you'll receive a Frontier passport that has coupons worth up to $5.75 in food and gift items. You'll enjoy extra special entertainment, live musicians, skilled craftspeople, home cooking, good old-fashioned fun, and $5.75 in savings coupons. Don't miss Frontier Days, June 2nd through the 10th along Frontier Trail at Cedar Point, the Amazement Park.
Channel 7 Detroit, Michigan's #1 news station.
We return now to Salvage, starring Andy Griffith.
National Weather Service transmitting from Point Loma. The time is now 05:30. Sunrise this morning will be at 06:13.
This is Jettison Control. T-minus 6 minutes and counting. Fuel tanks are loaded.
Roger, Control. Fuel gauges read maximum. Temperatures will range from a low of 68 degrees Fahrenheit to a high of 83. Barometric pressure, 30.04 inches of mercury, and good air quality expected in the South Coast Air Base.
Activate the fuel transfer mode.
National Weather Service. We are activating the fuel transfer mode.
T-minus 5 minutes. Alert the authorities.
15 knots. Getting marginal.
Federal Aviation Administration, Kramer.
Please listen carefully. This is not a hoax, and I won't repeat the message. At approximately 0600 this morning, from the Jettison Salvage Yard at 12th and Prairie, a spaceship will be launched with 2 occupants aboard. Destination, Moon. Please clear the airspace. Thank you.
Every time there's a full moon.
T-minus 4 minutes and counting.
Power acceptance mode activated. We're getting close.
Stand by for guidance.
Roger.
Ready for guidance. Guidance is go.
Remove the tent.
This is Fox 2. Patch me through to Klinger.
10 is clear.
T-minus 3 minutes. Stand by for ignition. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
We have ignition.
Klinger, they've started the rocket engines. Get in there and stop them. I'm on my way.
T-minus 1 minute.
We are ready for liftoff.
Wind speed 17 knots. All systems go.
Drop the cable.
It's dropped.
Stand by for liftoff.
T-minus 12 seconds and counting. 10, 9, 8, 7. You take it from here, Harry.
5, 4, 3, 2.
We've lost guidance.
I know. Stand by.
What city are you calling?
San Diego.
The lines are temporarily out of order.
This is an emergency.
I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Harry, I don't need a computer.
The hell you don't.
Try redialing, Harry.
Cars coming, moving fast. Red lights and sirens.
Wind speed 19 knots.
It's no use, guys.
Harry, I can go on manual.
No.
Skip!
I can do it, but it's up to you.
That car's 1 block away.
Wind speed 20 knots. Abort!
Shut down the engines.
Go for it.
Harry, we're going on manual.
No! Abort!
Establish guide. Salvage 1. This is Jettison Control. Acknowledge guide.
This is Salvage 1. Guidance is go.
Hey! Okay.
Switch to automatic.
That's a Roger.
Okay, Harry, we're letting the fence in.
Right on course.
That was fantastic.
Just one more hurdle.
Attention world. This is Salvage 1 calling from the edge of space on the International Distress Frequency.
Hey, Lieutenant.
Yes, Sergeant.
Is there some kind of ground-to-air weapons test schedule for this morning?
Not that I know of. What do you got?
Well, it looks like a very slow-moving missile, but its transponder says that it's one of ours. And
wait a second.
And return safely to America. We beg you to help us accomplish this. Attention world. This is Salvage 1 calling from the edge of space on the International Distress Frequency. We are a privately owned and launched spaceship on a purely commercial venture. There are 2 U.S. citizens aboard, and the ship is completely unarmed. We offer
What have
no
you done?
threat to any nation on Earth. Our
just
mission
a harmless little business venture.
to salvage the moon and return safely to America. We beg you to help us accomplish this.
This is Klinger. Patch me through to Washington.
Attention world. This is
Jack,
Salvage 1
do me a
calling from the
favor,
edge
will
of
you?
space on the
Ask them to call the Russians.
We are a privately
Just in
owned
case
and
they
launched
didn't get the word.
spaceship on a purely commercial venture. There are 2 U.S. citizens aboard, and the ship is completely unarmed.
Here's another 7-Eleven Slurpee report.
I always wanted to do card tricks, entertain people. I never could. Then I started slurping these Slurpees, from 7-Eleven. And now, well, just pick a card there, any card. Queen of Clubs.
No.
9 of Hearts. Is it red?
7-Eleven claims no Slurpee magic. We merely report these strange things as a matter of public interest.
It's a new dial morning, and you're up and feeling new. It's a clean dial morning, and that clean belongs to you. There's a new day dawning, and your best is showing through. Starting out clean, starting out dial, starting out new.
There's no cleaner way to start a new day than Dial soap. With deodorant protection that gets you so clean you feel your best.
Starting out clean, starting out dial, starting out new.
How would you like a car that offers 46% better EPA-estimated MPG?
Better than my 75 Pontiac Grand Prix? That depends.
It's the dashing 1979 Grand Prix.
46% better in this Grand Prix?
With more available luxuries, more overall passenger and luggage volume than your 75. It's one of our most distinctively styled Grand Prix ever.
I call that amazing.
We call it MPG, more Pontiac to the gallon.
This Grand Prix?
I used to think bigger was better. But in most boxes of tampons, 2/3 of what you get is cardboard or plastic. This one is all protection, pure and simple. It's OB. A woman gynecologist designed OB, rolled it in layers no other tampon has to give you more, and made it without an applicator. It's all tampon protection, pure and simple. OB by a woman gynecologist in Johnson & Johnson. Tampon protection, pure and simple.
Tuesday, Jack stumbles onto his replacement. Chrissy and Janet's old roommate is back, and Jack's on his way out on Three's Company. There.
I'm drawing a line here.
Louis faces a driver's revolt.
They're just oneies. Steps 1 foot across that line.
On Taxi. And Glenn Ford hosts a down-home reunion for TV's greatest Western heroes when the West was fun.
Tuesday, starting at 9, 8 Central and Mountain on ABC.
Cue him.
At approximately 6 o'clock this morning, Pacific Standard Time, a spaceship was launched by American citizens from a junkyard. A spacecraft with 2 people aboard, a young man and a young woman. Destination, the moon. A round trip, 500,000 miles.
Hey, come here and look at this.
I
was listening to it on the way in. Look at this.
Their mission?
Isn't that incredible?
Salvage.
The way it looks.
To return to Earth the remnants of the Apollo space flights. For sale to the highest bidder.
Okay, ready on 1.
World reaction has been swift.
H1.
The president applauded the venture
As a magnificent tribute to the American free enterprise system. Saudi Arabia's foreign minister said he is preparing a cash offer for the entire cargo. And in Israel, the prime minister was quoted as saying, "What chutzpah,"
the entire world appears united
in this desire to see the incredible venture succeed. And the flight goes on.
Fantastic. Just in case we have another problem with that guidance computer we absolutely needed.
Well, we're stuck together for 2 days, Addison. Don't get insufferable.
How's your fuel temperature?
Everything's fine.
Yeah, up here it is. I'll bet old Harry's up to his ears.
Just call it house arrest, huh?
On what charge?
Oh, disturbing the peace, piloting an unlicensed vehicle, trespassing in commercial airspace. That enough?
Don't forget leaving the country without a passport.
Oh, I got that on my list, too.
Pretty Mickey Mouse list. Think you can make it stick?
Not right now, that's for sure. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, mister. When this is over, I'm gonna nail you.
I always pay my dues, Jack.
I got one question for you.
What's that?
What the hell did you ever do with 4 tons of monohydrazine, huh?
Oh, that was an overseas salvage job. Yeah. Oh, it's nothing to do with this.
I sure hope so. It would upset me a great deal to think that that thing up there has got some kind of warhead.
Nothing to worry about.
What is our position, sir?
Officially, it's just what the president said. We go along with the venture.
And unofficially?
Well, it's sticky. Justice says that that spaceship would be stealing government property. But we'd have to try them in open court, which means that it'd be like trying to bust Charles Lindbergh for flying on an expired license. I mean, they're world heroes. The media would crucify us.
I see what you mean by sticky.
Right now, there are a bunch of congressmen and generals down on their knees, secretly praying that the junk wagon will get permanently lost somewhere. Listen, if any of that stuff ever gets sold to the Russians...
Why don't we buy the salvage?
Oh, wouldn't the taxpayers and columnists scream about that one?
Buying back what we already paid for.
It is our best course of action. But look, let's just play wait and see. Maybe Broderick will have to come to us, and then we'll be able to deal. You'll have the authority to negotiate.
Yes, sir.
Right on course.
Don't you trust the computer?
Just checking.
Nothing to do?
You kidding? With $1 billion computer running this thing? I'm just along for the ride.
Well, don't get too insecure. I'm sure you'll come up with something to keep you busy.
Well, I have an idea. Might keep us both busy.
Are you thinking what I think you're thinking? Skip, this isn't Saturday night at the drive-in.
No, but it is 2 people alone together.
Skip.
Yes, Melanie.
Don't spoil it.
Oh, Melanie. Look out there. Try to get a feel for the lush, velvety darkness of it all.
Oh, Skip.
Yes, Mel.
Just look up there. That's the moon that we're headed for.
Yeah, it is.
Forget that this is the first homemade spaceship. Forget that I'm going to be the first woman to go to the moon. And just try to remember that the whole world is watching.
Would it help if I pulled the blinds?
No, but you might switch off the radio.
It is now some 23 hours since the launch of Salvage 1. Observatory telescopes and military tracking radar confirm the primitive spaceship to be within 1/2 hour of Serenity Base, the landing site of the 5th Apollo moon flight. According to a spokesman for the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, the abandoned gear at Serenity Base is valued in excess of $12 million. This is not the original cost of the equipment, but represents...
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I would love to work with them.
We all will become one of the most lucrative salvage operations in history. We now have an update on the position of Salvage 1. The primitive spaceship has been observed cruising across the surface of the moon at a lunar altitude of less than 1 mile.
Can you believe this?
Can you believe this, guys? This is Salvage 1. We are now entering lunar trajectory.
Okay. Hang a left at the Sea of Dreams.
Where?
That big crater over there.
Gotcha.
Visual contact on Serenity Base.
Reduce velocity to 180 knots.
Velocity stabilized at 180 knots. They're at rotation point.
Assume touchdown attitude.
In position.
Reduce velocity to 0.
Zero velocity, we are hovering.
Switch to automatic.
Automatic system activated.
Altitude 1,800 meters. Speed 5 knots and holding.
Fuel temperature 98 degrees and holding.
Estimate 3 minutes to touchdown.
Altitude 1,700 meters. Velocity 5 knots and holding.
Okay to service number 4?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, hey! No, that can wait if you want to see this.
Nah. You've seen one moon shot. You've seen them all.
5 knots and holding.
Man, they gotta have some kind of guidance system. Come on, guys, you have to work on that. Good. Good job. Yeah, right.
We've lost guidance.
Listen, what the hell happened?
Lost all guidance, and they're falling rapidly out of control.
Skip, what's your altitude? Skip!
Let's try the harbor. I can't. It's a tunnel.
Jetson Control, this is Salvage 1. The Vulture has landed.
Is adapting to the shape of things to come. Triumph TR7 with 5-speed transmission or optional automatic. Wide steel belted radials, front disc brakes, front end spoiler, rack and pinion steering. Triumph TR7. No other sports car looks like it. No other sports car drives like it. Triumph TR7. The shape.
More super values from Sears. This Father's Day, save 46% on the Sears Craftsman router combination with built-in work light, case, and quarter-inch bit. Only $49.99. Or save 40% on this 79-piece Craftsman mechanics tool set, now $69.99. Or on this 21-piece metric socket and wrench set that converts standard sets to metric.
Sears, 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 where America shops.
Aren't those coals hot yet, Winslow?
Not yet, Grandma, but soon.
Listen, at my age, I can't wait forever. You need the edge.
Get the edge. Get the Kingsford Edge.
Kingsford Edges catch quickly because Kingsford has a special fast lighting ingredient. Fire spreads fast.
Kingsford's ready, Grandma.
Of course it is. Now skedaddle. A real cook's taking over.
For fast and easy barbecues, get the Kingsford Edge.
All across America, we sure love playing ball. In a Kansas field, a city street, it's a favorite for us all. And it's the same with 7-Up, no matter where we play. We love that clear, refreshing taste across the USA.
Moving up, reaching up, reaching up, hitting up. America is turning 7-Up. Feeling up, catching up, looking up, being up. America is turning 7-Up.
Salvage, starring Andy Griffith, Joel Higgins, and Trish Stewart, will continue in a moment. ABC's Monday Night Baseball swings into action. The season premiere tomorrow.
Michigan's controversial bottle law is now 6 months old. How is it working? Don Locke and I with full details tonight at 11.
American Airlines is now offering half-fare coupons. Until June 17th, you'll get one every time you take off on a domestic American flight. Each coupon entitles you to fly round trip for half the full fare. They're good between July 1st and December 15th to any place we fly in the continental United States and Canada, and for a shorter period this fall to Mexico and the Caribbean. So fly now and save later on American Airlines.
The yogurt of France is called Yoplait. Some Americans don't know about it yet. But what happens when Americans get their first taste of Yoplait? They'll think it's different. It's creamy, smooth, all-natural yogurt with real fruit. It's just amazing what happens when a real American gets a little taste of French culture.
Ce yogourt Yoplait, il est différent. Il est si crémeux, si doux. Les fruits sont naturels.
Yoplait yogurt. Get a little taste of French culture.
Plus bon.
Is Your Marriage Worth Saving? Tomorrow 9 on Kelly and Company.
We return now to Salvage, starring Andy Griffith.
It's no good, Mel. We'll never be able to straighten that Venturi. You were so right about that guidance computer. We really need it now. That's for sure.
I need the crescent wrench, Skip.
I'll tell you, we'd never get back without it. Hey, don't look so worried. Harry will get the computer for us. Piece of cake for him. One phone call, we're back in business, right? I mean, he got us to the moon, didn't he? Come on, we got work to do.
But if you'd only come to us beforehand, we'd have been glad to help. We'd have done it for free.
Yeah, okay, we goofed. How soon can you turn it back on?
Well, I'm afraid it won't do any good, Mr. Broderick. We already erased the memories. You know, if we had only known.
Can you reprogram it?
Well, we'd love to, but we'd work around the clock on it. It's going to take at least 3 days.
Mac, let me see what
Thanks
you
for
got.
offering.
I'm sure about these two figures here.
What do you mean, am I sure?
No, look, they don't bear out with your figures over here.
Jettison control to Salvage 1, over.
This is Salvage 1, go ahead.
Let's get on the scrambler, Skip.
Roger. Hey, come on, babe, cheer up. Everything's gonna be okay, really. I'll be right back.
I'm not going anywhere.
Now, wait a minute. You're the one who kept saying you didn't need a guidance computer.
That was before the Venturi got bent, Harry. It's a whole new ballgame. I tried lifting off without a computer now, she'd go over on her side. We'd be stranded here.
What about oxygen? How much do you have left?
About 3 hours up here and then enough to get home. Harry, NASA's got a computer in Houston. It's already programmed for guidance control. It's the only one in the country.
Okay, Skip. I'll get it. Now, don't worry about a thing.
I never do.
We've got 3 hours to get the NASA computer online.
Now, how on God's green earth are we going to do that? No way, Harry. It's impossible to steal.
Yeah, we can't just ask them for it. You know, the government isn't exactly on our side.
They could die up there. We need some leverage.
Here, catch. One genuine moon rock. You know how much people pay for one of these things? Now, we're going to have a whole load of them. Hey, we could probably build a house out of these things. Wouldn't that be something?
You wanted to see me, Broderick?
You authorized to buy some salvage?
Sure, if the price is right. This is kind of low. What's the catch?
I want to borrow a computer from NASA.
Forget it.
Do you mean to tell me the United States government is refusing to help one of its citizens?
I wouldn't call it a refusal, Harry. You'd just be getting the old bureaucratic stall for a few weeks, that's all.
Even if I don't have a few weeks?
Especially if you don't.
I get the picture. You know a Russian named Vasily Sokolov?
What are you up to?
The Russians have offered to buy the salvage and loan us their computer in Leningrad. I told them I'd like to give my own country first refusal. Want to discuss it with Comrade Sokolov?
Hello? Oh, yes, Vasily. Fine. Yes. I know, but it always is political, isn't it? I see. Yes. Yes. Do svidaniya to you too, Vasily.
I didn't think anyone in America would want to take a back seat to the Russians.
No, we wouldn't. This is Klinger. Patch me through to Washington. I'd have thought you would have been a better businessman, Harry. We'd have paid you more than what you asked for the salvage. Much more.
Jack, all I wanted was the guidance computer. You could have had the junk for nothing.
Come a little closer, Skip.
Salvage 1, this is Jettison Control. We got the NASA computer. Button her up and bring her back home.
All right, Harry! I told you he'd do it! I told you! Yes! Yes! Look out! Woo! Woo! Look at me, man! Go get him! We're going home! We're going home! We're going home! Get out of here!
Great to be working with you guys, Hank. You want to take command?
Wouldn't think of it, Broderick. You're doing too good a job. Now, just tell us what you need. You're the honcho.
Thanks for the good words, Hank. Okay, voice link is 382.6 megahertz. Guidance link is 400.3.
Got it. All right, folks. You know what to do. Let's bring them on home.
Yeah! Salvage 1, Houston. Final reminder. You're vectored straight to California.
But once the ship descends to an altitude of about 25 miles, curvature of the Earth will prevent our guidance signals from reaching it. We'll have to land on manual.
No sweat. I don't need a computer for touchdown.
Wait a minute, Skip. What about the bent rocket?
It's only a problem on liftoff, Harry. Touchdown's a breeze.
Skip!
Trust me, Harry. It's too complicated to explain. Now, come on, fellas. We're running out of oxygen up here. We only got enough to get us home. So let's put the pedal to the metal and boogie on back.
You're calling the shots, Broderick.
Stand by for ignition. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
Jettison Control, this is Salvage 1. Advancing throttle. Goodbye, moon!
What are you doing, Fred? Putting Olympic latex stain on the house. Stain over paint? Hey, Pete, Fred's putting stain over paint. Stain over paint? George, Fred's putting stain over paint. Watch Olympic latex stain cover. Rich, mellow color. Hey. Cleans up in water, and it lasts for years. What's that stain, Fred? Olympic latex stain. It lets you stain over paint. Beautiful.
Don't worry, they just got lucky.
I'm sorry, I let us down.
Forget it. We'll beat them next week.
No, I really let us down.
Come on, how about a Michelob Light, huh?
Michelob makes a light beer?
Sure.
The good taste of Michelob Light. Don't just compare it to other light beers. Compare it to your regular beer. It's that good.
This Michelob Light is great. Hey, you know what our real problem was today?
Yeah, you were terrible.
Good taste runs in the family.
Wednesday on 8 is Enough.
Oh, now don't tell me that the health food restaurant has gone topless.
Just how far will Nancy go to keep her job? Then on Charlie's Angels, Farrah Fawcett Majors is back in action, lending a helping hand to her little sister.
She'll teach you about life.
And on Vegas, a hired gun rolls into town to shake things up for Dan Tanner. Right after 8 is Enough and Charlie's Angels.
Wednesday starting at 8, 7 Central and Mountain on ABC.
The leader in television is now a leader in television news because it brings news makers up close. The revolution makers, the peacemakers, the powerful, the colorful, the leaders, the would-be leaders, the conquered and the unconquerable. A leader in television news. ABC's World News Tonight.
okay.
Velocity.
750 knots.
Houston puts you at 260 miles.
Check.
We compute 28 minutes to re-entry, 35 minutes to touchdown.
No, sir, it's not true. I had Broderick feed that story to the news media about the mid-ocean splashdown. If the people knew the ship was going to land back at the junkyard, there would be a mob scene here that could paralyze the entire city.
How's your reserve power?
Looking good.
Fuel temperature.
120 degrees, no coolant pressure. Skip, there's no auxiliary coolant pressure either.
No, that's impossible.
My God, the feed line must have ruptured. What are you doing?
I'm going out to fix it.
There's no oxygen in your spacesuit. By the time you... Cut the flow of oxygen to the cabin.
Why?
Just do it. Break the oxygen line downstream of the valve.
Mel, what are we doing?
We're going to use our liquid oxygen to lower the fuel temperature.
What are you, crazy? We need that oxygen for ourselves. We'll asphyxiate without it.
The explosion will kill us anyway, Skip. Try to relax and breathe as little as possible.
Harry, we got a problem. We've lost our fuel coolant. We've diverted our cabin oxygen to cool the monohydrazine, but I don't know how long we can stay conscious.
Okay, God, they're using that monohydrazine for rocket fuel.
Jack, if they lose control, they'll wipe out the whole city.
We can handle things from here. Whatever you
North American Air Defense Command. Priority Alpha.
Any oxygen left in your spacesuit?
All gone.
Don't make him talk, Harry. He's got to conserve all the air that's left in that cabin.
Hey, Skip, don't worry. We'll bring you guys home.
Yeah, make it happen.
You better believe it, kiddo.
Good Lord, General, do you think I like it? We have no options.
Roger. This is Air Defense Command. Stand by to scramble aircraft.
If we went faster.
Fuel temperature would increase.
We were so close.
Harry, you've got to figure some way to get air into that cabin to revive them.
We're working on it.
But wait till I tell you here.
They're still in a vacuum. Open that airlock now, their bodies will explode.
I know.
I'll call you when they approach atmosphere. Good luck.
Right.
There's just no way to open that airlock by radio control.
Forget the airlock. Find a vent somewhere.
Salvage 1, this is Houston. I don't know if you can hear me, but you're about to lose guidance.
They've lost guidance. They're dropping like a rock.
There's got to be a way to get air into that cabin.
Junk wagon's been carrying explosives all along.
Get out of here.
I got a direct line to Defense Command, Harry. You got 3 minutes to revive your people.
What did you do?
I had no choice. I had to call an airstrike. Your ship is a falling bomb.
You called an
Enough
airstrike?
explosive to destroy this town.
There are 2 people in there.
Then you better control your ship, Harry. We're talking about saving a live city.
Harry, we can do it. The starboard fuel vent. If we can rig a connection from here to here, we can open the thing by radio and let outside air right into the cabin.
It also lets in the hydrazine fumes.
Harry, there's nothing else we can do.
Got 2 minutes.
Red Eye leader to base. We are at rendezvous point waiting contact. Delta Control, this is Houston. Get on the line, Harry. Harry?
Go, Houston.
The ship is at 14 miles approaching atmosphere. Can you vent that cabin?
We're trying.
Stand by for countdown to atmosphere.
And counting.
You're gonna blow the vent.
10,
Try to get some air in there.
9,
Starting to count down now.
8, 7, 6, 5,
3, 2, 1, go!
Red Eye Leader to base. We have radar contact on the spaceship.
They're alive. They're alive, and I know it.
Harry, I gotta hear them.
Alive.
I tell you, I gotta hear them.
Skip, now! Say something! Say something! Say something! One of you say something!
Higgins, close the vent.
Open the airlock! Say something!
They're alive. They're trying to smash the port.
Damn it, Harry, I gotta hear voices.
Red Eye Leader to squadron. Arm all missiles.
Skip, Melanie! There's a fighter squadron out there. They're going to destroy the ship. Say something!
Red Eye Leader to base. Missiles are locked on target. Base to Red Eye Leader. Countdown to fire. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Don't shoot! They're alive! Harry!
Break off! Break off! Return to base!
This is Salvage 1. We have control. Come on home.
We're on our way! Estimate 3 minutes to touchdown. How's your fuel temperature?
It's warm, Harry. It's about 5 degrees below red line.
What's your speed?
It's about 65 knots. We're practically floating.
NASA radar puts you at 9,200 feet.
Forget the altitude, Harry. I can see the city. Hey, where are you guys? Send up a flare or something.
I see them! Looks like they're off course!
Broderick, our radar has them vectored 1 mile east of you.
A mile east. That's Mitchell Park.
Skip, can you see a park?
Yeah, we're headed right for it.
Can you settle down there?
Meet you at the sandbox.
They're coming down to Mitchell Park! Let's get that truck loaded! Come in! Get that fire engine turned around! Let's go! Let's go! Move it!
Rotation.
Noisy, rotten jet.
returned the salvage to the United States government. They, after all, are the rightful owners. It was an incredible adventure. We're glad we did it, but we feel that space travel should be left to the experts at NASA. They know how to do it. It's far too hazardous for the private citizens, but Skip, how about it?
Well, just on behalf of Miss Lozar and myself, I'd like to thank the people of America for all their support and enthusiasm for our adventure. It's been quite a time for the last 2 days.
What do we do for an encore? Salvage Mars?
Can you believe we actually did it?
From now on, when junk men gather in the far-flung corners of the globe, they will be talking about the great moon salvage.
I guess we each got what we wanted, didn't we? Yeah. Yeah.
Why don't we give it to him now?
I was thinking we ought to...
No, I don't. Just like it is.
Harry, what's this?
Well, open it.
Open it, huh? Hey, is this...
Sure is. One genuine moonrise.
Yeah, I wanted to have it chrome, but Mel thought that would be tacky.
You had to tell him.
Where's yours?
Oh, ours are in the hold of the ship.
Yeah, property of the U.S. government.
Oh, well, if you don't have one...
Oh, no, Harry, don't you say it. It's perfect like this.
Yeah, there should be only one. It's more valuable that way, and it should be yours.
You made it happen.
We were quite a team, weren't we?
Sure were. I wish there was some way that we could stay as a team.
That would be neat. But the salvage business is kind of dull. You both have things to do, maybe even important things.
Well, if anything should come up, you know, something we can do.
The great moon salvage comes once in a lifetime.
Mr. Broderick?
Yeah, we're all a little bushed. We'll give out interviews in the morning.
I'm not from the media, Mr. Broderick. I'm a councilman from upstate. I'm sure you're aware of the severe drought we've experienced the last year. Well, sir, we have a plan to prevent its recurrence. The city would like to know if you and your associates would be interested in traveling to the North Pole and bringing us back an iceberg.
Mr. Councilman, on behalf of my associates and myself, you got a date.
That Volkswagen Rabbit really handles. Is that why you're driving it?
Not really.
Well, is it because it can go from 0 to 50 in 8.3 seconds? But then why are you driving a Rabbit?
Because it has more headroom than my Rolls Royce.
Is that such a big deal?
It is. If you're Will Chamberlain.
Volkswagen does it again.
I want to be the best I can be. I want to be #1. So I dance every day.
Today's women want a comfortable feminine protection. Tampax tampons give you what you want in a tampon. Their design is different, unique, and there's a Tampax tampon for every woman's needs. They're the #1 choice of more women than any other tampon. Tampax tampons, the #1 choice.
When you've got a headache, what does extra strength mean to you?
It means a rotten headache stops hurting. Extra strength means Excedrin.
Extra strength means relief is in sight. Extra strength means Excedrin.
It means a crummy headache won't ruin your day. Extra strength means Excedrin.
Excedrin, the extra strength pain reliever. More total strength than any regular strength aspirin or non-aspirin tablet. Excedrin, for millions of people.
Extra strength means Excedrin.
How effective is Ban Roll-On?
I found out on vacation. I was staying with friends and ran out of my Ban Roll-On. They had Sure Aerosol, so I used it instead. It didn't keep me as dry as Ban Roll-On. I'm told Ban Roll-On keeps you drier than any leading spray, and I believe it.
Ban Roll-On. If you're using any leading spray, find out for yourself how effective Ban Roll-On is.
This is David Hartman. We begin a week-long series called Are We Really Running Out of Gas? Tomorrow on Good Morning America.
Tuesday, watch Three's Company followed by Taxi. Then Glenn Ford and dozens of Western stars take a look at When the West Was Fun, a Western reunion. Thursday on 2020, experience the danger of jungle warfare with Geraldo Rivera in Laos. Thursday on ABC.
On the season premiere of ABC's Monday Night Baseball, the Texas Rangers battle the Hot Bats of Boston, and the National League champion Dodgers take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. For all the action and excitement, check local listings for ABC's Monday Night Baseball tomorrow.